Okay, let's go live. It's James Middick speaking, trainingsites.io, and I've got a little bit of a video. I'm not sure how long it's going to go today, but it's an important one personally, and I'm going to share something that's happening in the background here at trainingsites.io, and it's something that you might want to think about if you're interested in building out your training site, your education business. Now, what am I talking about? I'm going to be flipping my funnel. Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck is flipping my funnel have to do, or what is it? You may have heard the term, or I've mentioned it before, about flipping your classroom, where you basically start with live online training and supplement it with a video course and additional assets. You may have heard that before, that idea of a flipped classroom. What I'm going to be doing here at trainingsites.io, we're doing a big shift. It's already started, but not officially kind of rolled out, is I'm going to be flipping my funnel. Now, I'm going to go through the kind of what it means, how it fits in to an existing, what you might hear people talk about, a sales funnel and stuff of top of funnel. This isn't meant to be a whole big training on it because there's a lot of information that we could get into, but I just want to introduce the idea to you so that you get comfortable with it and you think about it and say, hey, is this something I should consider, or is this something that I can apply to my training site so I can teach more online? So let's think about what happens if you are actually have a current business, or you're thinking about what goes on in your business. And if you've watched any other YouTube videos, you've taken any other courses, everyone talks about a sales funnel where you bring leads into your business, you look for traffic, you make sure you have the right person, you pick a niche, you do all of that work on picking an avatar and targeting your market. And then you do all this work, marketing work, to search out these people and to get them to come into your business through some kind of lead magnet. So you may be doing search engine optimization, hoping people will find your website from a Google search. You may be doing social media and asking people to, visit your website or a sales or a lead magnet page so you can get their email address from them. Or you may be doing things like doing outbound or podcasts, all sorts of activities that you do in search for customers so that they can start through kind of a journey through your business, that customer journey. So your efforts as a salesperson or trying to build your business is finding traffic. You got to make sure that you are generating traffic as much as you can and getting the numbers of people that you need and being able to convert them, first by you purchasing their email address, by giving away something in exchange for their email address, and then being to guide them through or help them purchase or make the decision to actually buy something from you. Now, depending on how cold these new leads are or how warm, and if you don't know what I mean by that, if someone is coming and they're making a buying decision, it's like, do they know that they need what it is that you have? Are they actively searching for it? Have they been evaluating different options that are available to them? Do they already know, like, and trust someone because they have done some of that research? So the people that you're searching, you have to kind of get them in, and you want to bring them down that traditional funnel, right? And you're going to try and educate them at the top of the funnel by maybe doing a mini course or giving an ebook or having a webinar and sharing a whole bunch of what to information. But that part of it, that's your marketing effort. That's your sales effort. And frankly, it's a lot of work now, an awful lot of work. And it's very competitive because there's a lot of people who are like you trying to work their business and search for that perfect customer all over the place in the hope that they can get an email address to automate some outbound touches, but more importantly, get them to a point where they are actively considering the solutions that you provide and that they're comfortable with you in providing those solutions before they even get to the point where they pull the trigger and spend some money with you. So in that kind of space, there's a lot of stuff going on kind of in the meantime, and I just did some graphics up. I'll touch on these ones now just so that you can see them. But in this one, it's like if you are thinking about, I'm just going to open up another screen here. if you're thinking about, and I'm opening this up, hopefully you'll be able to see it big enough. So if we're taking a look at this particular piece here, when you have a membership site or an online training site or courses or anything to do with actually educating people, it's like you start off, it's kind of transactional, right? You're all about generating that traffic. You're working really hard at it. And again, I said lead magnets, it's like you got a lot of people, you want to bring them down and say, hey, someone raise your hand and say, yes, I'm interested in that. I'm actively thinking that that might be something that I need to know about, or more importantly, be able to educate myself about. So you want to offer those lead magnets, and then you're going to give a whole bunch of what to information. You don't want to tell them how to do everything, because that's what you're selling. You want to be able to tell them what they should be doing. So this is something where you might give an ebook or a checklist or any of these webinars, for example, or one-time sessions. You're trying to get people to say, yeah, this is what I need to do. This applies to me. These are the benefits that I want. You're going to be able to say, this is the feature of what it is that you're that we're providing that will help you do that. But at some point, you're going to get to the point where, they're going to say, okay, I'm ready to take the next step. And that's where you're going to start selling your how-to products. And many times when people are selling how-to products, they talk about doing top of funnel products. And that's things, again, like a mini course or a micro course or templates. And these are something that are inexpensive items that are not part of a big program. You're not teaching them everything. You're giving them the individual pieces. I talk about hub and spokes. Think of these as those spokes, those little pieces that they may know or they may think that they need or that they're ready to spend or invest in their business. So you're going to be working on those how-to products, being able to sell those, and you do those obviously with all sorts of emails and social media and all the other things that you've already been taught about or heard about online from other videos. And at some point when you've got a training business or an education business, the holy grail is like, hey, you got to have a membership site, or you have to build some kind of subscription model where people pay you on a regular basis for access to my content. And that move from the start is like a transactional relationship at the start. It's like finding and getting an opt-in in those pieces. And at the end, you want a membership where you're building long-term relationships with these particular customers who maybe have bought something previously from you, and they're moving down into that funnel. And you can see there's a lot of people at the top, and then there's fewer people at the bottom. So that's kind of the space, that traditionally you're in, and you'll see people talking about all the time. And in the regular course that I have on this at trainingsites.io, the thing is that this is now, and even more so, a very, 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 very competitive space, and requires two things from you as the business owner. You're either going to have to do a lot of outbound marketing, you yourself, hire someone to do it, to generate that traffic that you needed to whittle people down to customers or paying customers, or you're going to have to pay for it to get that traffic to start into it. And the thing is, you're going to be out searching, trying to find these particular people that are the ones that are best for you, that fit best into your particular situation or what it is that you're offering. So here's what I think is going to happen. And this, I've talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it just briefly because it still kind of fits in here. And this is what's happening, in my view, with the rise of YouTube as the #1 place that people are actually finding and getting the information that they need. So remember, we're talking about building a training business, right? Or an education business. We want to teach people online. And here's what's happening. I'm going to be flipping my funnel. And what I mean by that is we're going to be starting at the bottom and moving our way up. So this is not a sales funnel. It is an audience engagement progression. Or think of it as a bit of a foundation and building up like a pyramid. So this is the progression that I'm going to be using. And I'd like you to at least consider, if you see this, and I think it's becoming more popular and a lot of people are starting to do it now, but if you're going to be a training business, a community, anything like that, you're going to start at the bottom using or publishing your what-to content and some tiny pieces of your how-to content. You're going to be adding it or publishing it on YouTube and focusing exclusively on YouTube. Now, I'm going to say that with a caveat, because the way that we've got our business set up and the way that I'm doing it is that every time that I publish to YouTube, it automatically publishes to social media and it automatically publishes to my website. So my only marketing activity is going and purposefully creating YouTube videos about my topic or about my hub of my business, and I'm just publishing on YouTube. Now, why YouTube? Obviously because it's video, it's something that I can do very quickly, and more importantly, it's the place where people are going to find answers to the specific questions that you have. So building your audience is something that you don't have to search for. You're publishing and you're attracting people to become part of your audience. And again, this isn't all about saying, look, I've got a subscriber count that is really high. This is about people that are using you as a resource to find answers that they have. And there's a huge benefit for you in this, because if you're publishing frequently, not only are you going to obviously have a library of assets for people to pull from and go through as they learn how to know, like, and trust you and the answers that you provide them that they can identify with. But you're now in a situation where when you post on YouTube, that is one and done marketing. And what I mean by that is this YouTube engine that's available to you, it works 24/7. You're not always out searching and running and trying to do all this hard work on finding the right customers. Your job is to publish on YouTube and do your best to find your space, your beliefs, your passion, share what it is that you're doing, and attract the people that could be potential customers for you. Now, here's the second thing that I'm doing. So first thing is publishing on YouTube. I'm doing it every day. And we're doing stuff, I try and do stuff live so there's no editing, but even if I do a video, I do zero edit videos. This is a particular one. It's a zero edit video. I'm recording this one using the same software that I do when I do a live session or a live webcast, but there's going to be zero edits on this. Even if I flub up or make a mistake a little bit, zero Zippo edits. So that's a whole other video, by the way. I'll put the links below for you if you want to find out how I do zero edit videos. But the point here is that I'm going to do all this YouTube content creation, content marketing specifically on YouTube. But what I'm going to do is any of the additional resources or things that I promise or stuff that I'm teaching on YouTube is going to be on my campus, my training site at trainingsites.io. So everything that happens on YouTube, we're doing enhanced versions on training sites. For example, any of the YouTube videos that we do, we add a transcription, keynotes and takeaways, and additional links and assets for every one of our YouTube videos. It shows up on trainingsites.io. It's not available on YouTube. It's only available in trainingsites.io. So anything that I'm mentioning on YouTube, people are going to go and they're going to have to register as a free member of trainingsites.io, our training site. That's where the training is. If you want to learn more about it, how to start building an education business, if you want to learn about taking something you're passionate about, on teaching online, on how to market any of the material that you're doing, you're going to go there and you're going to raise your hand and say, yeah, I'm interested. This is something that I want to learn more about. I'm not quite ready to buy yet, but I want to get more information and I want to find out if this is something that I should carry on with, that I'm ready to take that next step. So instead of doing a whole bunch of lead magnets and trying to figure out lead magnets, I'm just saying, hey, you want access to all of the stuff that is free here that supports all of the stuff on YouTube that you've read or already viewed? Come on into Training Sites. It's free to join, be part of the community. Get involved in the free courses that we have. the free mini courses and micro courses, the free downloads, templates, that kind of thing. So we have a whole bunch of free stuff that's there, but you're part of the community at that time where you can interact with myself or any of the other experts that we have available. You can go and download some of the templates. And in our case, what we're doing in that closed community that has already said, hey, I'm here, I like what you're doing, it's of interest to me, I'm engaged. What's going to happen is we're going to introduce courses that are more advanced courses. We're going to have cohorts or live training sessions that are ones that you're going to have to pay for. So similar to that funnel, what we're doing is we're nurturing free people from below and then introducing them to additional free content and the ability to purchase more premium content that is information products. But the thing that's starting is that we're starting to introduce live or blended training into the paid sessions. Okay, so you're probably going, great, that's fine. How does this work from here? Well, if you're in a training site and if you're training something and you've done the work that you've learned in the training site about the hub and spoke model and building your topical authority map, and again, all of the links to this are on trainingsites.io, so go and create your free account there. But that map has all of the different spokes for your main topic, and you're going to be introducing automatically all of those individual pieces to the people that are in your community. Some are free, some are paid. And after that, at the end of the day, you're going to have, some people call them super fans. I'm calling them dedicated students. These are people that are all in, that want your big transformation. They're the ones that say, hey, just help me along. Maybe I'm going to provide a service where I'm stuck or live coaching. All of these high value, high ticket products and services that make up starting, building, and growing an education business. Now, it's kind of interesting. This morning I was watching another YouTube video with another content creator, and they were talking about the best business to create when you're online. And they identified kind of 3 different models. And they had a product one, they had can't remember the other one was specifically, but they had 3. And the sweet spot, they said, was freelancing if you're just starting out. So being able to learn on the job, do a specific task, use your time as your currency and sell your time. And that was the best place to go because it allows you to go not only selling services and digital products, it allows you to sell physical products at some point in the future. So they were talking about that, but if you're building a training site, you're building an education business, by default, all of the things that I've talked about are stuff where it's digital products, it's ongoing services, it's coaching, it's your time, but you have all of these products and services that are available to your specific audience, your community, and your dedicated students. And when you have dedicated students, they're going to spend money with you. And your goal is just to build out your audience and nurture your audience on their journey through the transformation that you've promised them. So at the end of the day, what do you got to do? You got to make a kind of a choice here, and I'll just pull over the choice that I did. And if you're looking at these and you go, hey, where'd you get those graphics? Where did that show up from? Here's the quick one. These are from napkin.ai, which is another product that I showed you how to use. You have to make a decision when you're building your business, not only your education business or your training business, but you're going to have to make a decision. Am I going to use a traditional model where I'm going to be doing all of this push marketing and searching for people that are the right people and do all sorts of stuff that might be aggressive and do it transactional based, where you're always trying to do something and it's got to be a little bit different each time, as opposed to focusing on YouTube, focusing on helping other people and answering the short questions and specific questions they have and building an audience that attracts the people that are looking for particular answers that you provide. And then nurture them by bringing them in exchange for their email address into your community, and then hopefully getting them to say, you know what, I need a little bit more information here, or I need a little bit more help here, or I have a specific task or problem that I want addressed, and you're going to provide paid courses and or paid digital products and or paid services that allow them to get the answers that they want. And then finally, when they're really ready to engage fully, they may end up spending all sorts of money with you coaching and also done for you services. And again, these are different models. They both work, but if you're going to be in the training business and you want to help people, being able to provide that transformation, I think this whole space of YouTube and nurturing people is the way to go. So I said I was going to talk for, I don't know how many minutes. I did my best to kind of keep it going. We're at 20 minutes. This is really cool stuff. Think about it. Do I want to stick and focus on YouTube? Do I like making videos? Is it something that I can do because I got a lot to say? If that's the case, take a look and say, do I really need a traditional website with a whole bunch of different lead magnets and different sales pages and stuff? Or can I just invite people into my community from YouTube, ask them for their email address, and then continually work on educating them about your solution and starting out to the point where you can earn some revenues from them, from some digital products and services you provide, but more importantly, get to those higher end coaching, one-on-one tickets in, and done for you services that again can be part of what you're doing. So hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, of course, to the channel if this is something you want to find out more about. And more importantly, go to trainingsites.io. You can register for free to be part of our community, where there's all sorts of free stuff to get you going. And in fact, you can get involved and ask questions live right in the community. It's not just about the courses that are there that are free and the assets there. Ask questions, get involved, enjoy some of the live training that we do in there. It's just a space for you to share your passion and, more importantly, find out how you can share it and get paid for it. My name is James. It's trainingsites.io. Take care. Expect the best. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again tomorrow probably, or maybe later today. We'll find out.